our viewers out there absolutely love books. You reminded me that I gave you a book long ago, The True North.
The True North.
And I keep on telling people out there that when I read a book and I love it and I think it's going to be impactful, I buy lots of copies. So I bought 20 copies of True North, and I was just giving them away. I think I've got one copy now that's left. You're supposed to bring it here for me to sign, but you
Correct.
forgot. Tell me, what 3 books would you recommend to our book-loving audience?
I'm going to be like the young man and recommend 5 just because I have 20 books that I could recommend. But Trevor, True North, you gave me that book when I was agonizing about what my purpose and what my path was. And that book helped me tremendously. In fact, you'd be pleased to know that my son is now reading that book.
That's beautiful.
So that gift that you gave has now passed to the next generation. And hopefully my son will discover his purpose and his true north. In fact, Cambridge Associates recommended reading when you join Cambridge Associates is to read True North and for us to discover our North Star. So that's the first book. The second book is a book that I read post-COVID that, again, when I was looking for meaning and purpose, is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And it's a book about...
It's a powerful book.
It's the most powerful book.
Let me not interrupt you. What's your take of...
that journey, I can't imagine what it was like being in Alkowitz and surviving the Holocaust. But this book is his journey and of surviving the Holocaust. But also, he did that through finding meaning and purpose. And so, an amazing book. Please read it. Absolutely. All young people, it's an absolute must read. And then I guess the third book is, and I think everyone reads it, and I read it every year, is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And I think it's one book that I read at Christmas every year just to remind me of the journey. And then I would say there's 2 books. Winning. I think Winning by Jack Welch is an excellent book if you want to learn about business. And then, one final is Principles. There's a book called Principles by Ray Dalio. And so those would be my 5. Actually, there's one book, When Breath Becomes Air. It's
I haven't read that.
Yeah, I will gift you a copy of that book. And it's a book about an oncologist that is top of his class and about to embark on this successful career and gets diagnosed with cancer. But it's his journey. And it's about how valuable life is. We take our breath for granted. And the title, When Breath Becomes Air, we're not going to live forever.
No.
Value life. And this book is about how we should value life.
Thank you, Ritesh. There's a strand that runs through the 5 books you've recommended, and that is the importance of knowing yourself, the importance of finding your purpose, which for me, I always say to young people, that's the most important thing you can ever do, to know yourself, to find your purpose, to spend time with yourself so that you know yourself. When you encounter the world, you are very clear as to what you take and you don't take from the world.
That's absolutely correct. And if you don't find purpose, you will have a miserable life.